Mhm.
Almost done. Not quite.
Nope, it's time. It's 7:30.
All right, so as you folks probably know, we do not have a chair or a vice chair right now. So what the three of us had discussed is the one with the longest tenure, Frida. If you would like to at least do that for now until we can get to that point later in the agenda where we officially nominate and you folks elect.
How'd I get the longest tenure?
Right?
It happened quickly.
So if you don't mind running things through that part.
So
Sure.
Rita, to your left should be that white sheet that you read.
Public comment,
Oh, okay.
we still gotta do all that.
I believe, do we need to do that or can we skip it?
You probably ought to do it,
I was like, there's nobody here to hear it.
except that we don't know who's on,
Want to hear.
we don't know who's online.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah, I think we can, since we're also gonna table that, the one item that we do have on there, there's not gonna be anything for public comment.
Okay.
So you'll
All right.
add it this time.
All right. I guess we can call the meeting to order. And we would open any public comments if there were any. Yes, no? But there's no one here to do public comment.
We had
Anything? Bob?
cookies and no one was interested.
No one was
That's not
interested?
true.
Mhm.
All right, we have the consent agenda, which includes the minutes and the report of fees. Anybody have any questions or comments about these? Consent agenda? If not, I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
First and seconded, all in favor? All right, we have the general agenda for Riley County Planning Board, Board of Zoning Appeal, and introduction of new board members.
Yeah. Go ahead and do this.
Yep.
Yeah, but I know you all kind of, introduced to each other, but if you just want to formally for the record, go through. And I think it would be interesting because we have two pretty new people, and again, you're the one with the longest tenure, maybe say how long you've been on the board too.
Sure, I guess I can go first. Rita Cassada. I've been on the board for 2 years. Live up at University Park near Randolph, and we moved here in 2020 because that's when people moved. I previously was public works director in Lewisburg, Kansas, and worked with the planning board there as staff. So had a background in that area. So wanted to join the board. So Here, somebody go next.
Jack,
I'm Jack Platt, I'm Assistant Director of Maintenance Facilities for SD 383. Just starting my second year on this board. And I live here in town on the north side. Lifelong resident, the family started here in this area in the 1800s, so.
Eric Peck, I've been on the board a year, same thing on the same time as Jack did. I live at 700 McDowell Creek Road, which is east of here, and I have a farm out by Zingdale. So that's my background. I've lived here most of my life, but I was in the military for quite a while, moved around all over the United States for several years.
I'm Jeremy Sutton. I've been on the board for about 4 minutes. I was born here, grew up here. The military brought both sides of my family here. I attended Riley County High School. I currently work for the Jump City Fire Departments. I've been there for 20 years, 19 years and some change. I first got involved with the board doing my projects in Keats, lived in Keats for quite a while. I did a house there. I ended up kind of liking the process, getting involved in it, getting to know the people that were in it. So it kind of drove me into it.
My name is Bill Burris. I'm a resident of Manhattan. I've been here on 3 minutes and 45 seconds. I'm a new member. I'm here in town with my son who's just finished in the Army, been here 4 years. And prior to this, living in New Hampshire, I was an elected member of the Zoning Board of Appeals for Amherst, New Hampshire. And Amherst is the first historic district in the United States, even before Williamsburg. Became very familiar with all the municipal law regarding planning and zoning, and fell in love with it. My son buying a property out on Eureka Boulevard, the old schoolhouse, Eureka Valley School, and started getting into that process to find out what we could and couldn't do with that property, and saw the opportunity to serve Riley County, since I guess we're staying here now, and here I am. Thank you very much.
All right. Looks like next on the agenda is the election of chair, vice chair, and the appointment of secretary. This is handled by nomination. What's the process
You'll
for this?
nominate for each, well, the chair and vice chair, and then do your voting and stuff. So it's all done by you both.
I nominate Rita for chair and Jack for vice chair.
Second. Can do them at the same time, so they gotta do them separate.
However we want to do
All right.
At the same time.
it.
You're all-
I move nomination cease. Somebody has to second that.
I second.
Okay, so Rita, you're okay with being chair?
That's fine.
Okay.
And I would, let's see. We nominate Bob for secretary, is that the rule? Are you the official secretary?
Yeah, it's.
Or
always-
anyone
it's always-
else?
And then always Bob, but we have to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Anybody want to second the nomination?
I'll
for
second it.
Bob? All in favor of Bob for secretary?
Aye.
And thanks to Lisa for taking all the notes.
Yeah, shouldn't it be me? No.
I know, I like thinking about it, but I'm like, wait, she's not the secretary.
So Rita, what you have to do is, when I made the motion, the nomination cease, and we got a second. All those in favor? Say aye. Aye. And then you're done. Then the slate as nominated is.
Okay, Okay. Discussion on changing meeting hours, is that coming from staff or?
Yes. So it's just something to discuss. There's no proposal or forcing this, this change. But it's been a long time that we've met at 7:30 for a variety of reasons. We have, of course, all kinds of new folks on the board, so we just wanted to bring it up to you folks to see if there was something you wanted to see about changing, if you were agreeable to it, what time would work better for you or would work for you. Again, there's no requirement to change it. It's just something we were thinking about, especially with all new folks and to see, or mostly all new folks, just to see if that would be something. 7:30 is kind of late. We can get late pretty quick if we have a couple items on the agenda. But again, it's up to you folks if that's a change you'd like to make, and if yes, what time would work okay for you.
I'm up for changing that to earlier if it works for everybody else.
Me too.
I would, yeah, I
7
know,
o'clock would be fine.
I know we've had a lot of people that, work late outside in the summer hours at 7:30 seem to work pretty good in the past, but I wouldn't care if it was 6:30 or 7.
The only question I had was that, would that be a change to the BZA bylaws? That need to post for 30 days and then vote for on the next
So remember
meeting?
that our bylaws, we have the time or not, but if we did, we can change it.
Okay.
I think the Monday
Okay,
usually,
change too.
the Monday usually works. It doesn't seem to interfere with very many basketball games, if rarely, and that's my concern, right now. But it doesn't seem to conflict where other nights of the week would conflict more with basketball games.
Yeah, we keep it on the Monday again unless you folks wanted to change it, but just in terms of.
Monday's
time,
fine with me.
if you Want to get.
Yeah, Monday's good days.
Anybody? 6:30, 7?
7, I think. 6:30 is pretty quick after, if people have work and then
Mhm.
supper and all that stuff, but 7 gets us a half an hour ahead.
Still some,
It's a good compromise, I think, yeah.
I'd be agreeable to 7.
Anybody want to make a motion?
I'll move that we move the meetings to 7 o'clock on Mondays as they have been.
I will second that.
All in favor of moving the meetings to Monday at 7 o'clock?
I,
Motion carries.
thank you much.
And agenda packet delivery discussion.
All right, and same kind of reason for this discussion, since we do have a lot of newer folks. Of course, normally what we do is put together the hard packets for everybody and put them in the mail, usually about a week in advance. Everything's on our website as well. So we just wanted to talk about if you would be open to different methods of receiving the packets. If you still want them in the mail, that's perfectly fine. Again, I don't want anybody to think we're not going to do that anymore if that's what works best. But we just wanted to have the conversation, if you'd be open to receiving an electronic, through your email or just accessing it. Well, we'd want to send it to you. We wouldn't just want to make you fish for the link, but it is there online. So is there, and really, we don't necessarily have to have a unanimous, yes, we'll all do it this way. If, you want a hard copy, but you're okay online, that's perfectly fine. But we wanted to, have the conversation to see if you were okay with not having a hard copy or what works best for everybody.
I'm okay with a hard copy here. I'd like to see the final hard copy here, so I can take notes while we're meeting, but
Here at the meeting.
I'm fine with not getting anything in the mail.
I think.
I read over it when you send it to me anyway.
I actually get online, look at it anyway too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I think there was a hard copy here just because sometimes you can't remember what you saw, or if you don't grab your laptop, you might not be able to see what you're looking for.
We proposing do with the Board of County Commissioners do.
I'd have to talk to IT about that to see, because obviously we'd have to get everybody, laptops or whatnot. So I mean, it's definitely a conversation I could have with IT to see if they can, because of course the Board of County Commissioners each has their own laptop that's assigned to them that they use during their meetings to access everything. Of course, it's up on the screen for them as well, and it's, available online. So it's definitely something I can ask about. I don't know how that works.
That might be-
So I can ask about it.
I don't know if I need a laptop for the planning meeting. I think just a hard copy of
Hard
the,
copies would be fine.
hard copy of the papers here, I think would be good.
And I can bring it up on here. If I could have Wi-Fi access, that would be great. So, as long as I get that.
And none of them will be compatible. We're the same operating system.
My wife's an IT
Yeah.
expert.
Mhm.
Don't need another
So-
computer to.
I know, that's.
So may I ask you guys, so in the packets, we attach the maps and the plat maps. do you want just the staff reports hard copy, or do you want the whole packet hard copy here at the meeting? And that's perfectly fine. I just want to make sure that we're not, not making copies of stuff that you don't really want.
Well, we're gonna see all the maps and everything up here on what.
Right.
Right.
I don't need the hard copy maps, they're
Okay.
mine,
Yeah,
but I do want to see the report.
Right.
yeah,
The
I'd say the agenda, consent agenda, and then the staff reports would probably be
Okay.
enough, because we could always have oh, could you pull up that map and zoom in on that corner of it, because I want to see where the barn is, or.
And as
something
long as
like
we can
that.
access that online anyway, that's.
Yeah,
Right, so like what I did tonight, and I have the
Mhm.
agenda, the minutes, the report of fees.
Yeah,
And then the staff reports, hard copy, you guys will be fine with that?
I think so.
yeah.
At least let's try it and see how it works.
Okay, yep, and we can always change it if it doesn't work.
Less money for the county to print those things off on paper.
Well, and I'm also concerned with the post office getting stuff to you, especially Randolph.
Especially me, yeah.
Um,
Kind of out there a little bit.
And I think that they're making some changes coming that it may get slower. Is what I read. So, and we really can't get them out much a week ahead of the meeting.
Right.
So if we mail them, it's gonna be, some people won't even maybe get them in time.
Yeah, I thought it worked good this time, the way you did it.
Okay.
Fine.
And I apologize, I had to send you guys 2 emails, but we didn't come to work Monday and Tuesday last week because
Why
of the
not?
snow.
What's wrong?
And the agenda packets were supposed to go out on Monday, so Wednesday morning I come in scrambling and then we're tabling the one item. I go, well, great, there's no attachments. I'm just sending out the agenda. Blah, blah, blah. That later that day, I'm like, oh, they need the minutes, they need the
Yep.
report.
And so
All right.
I'll talk with IT to see, about anything else, and I'll also ask about at least Wi-Fi access. So, and then we'll just try it that way, and as you both said, if it doesn't work, we can
Yep.
move things around.
I think it's worth trying it. All right, looks like we do not have any agenda items for the Riley County Board of Zoning Appeals.
Do we need to turn out?
We need to adjourn out of the joint meeting, right, of Riley County Planning Board, Board of Zoning Appeals, and then. Yeah. I guess we need to, adjourn if we have a.
I move for
entertain-
adjournment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then we're gonna reconvene as the Riley County Planning Board. And there is a public hearing for a request for Brian Foster. And staff recommends for tabling that request until February.
Is there a reason for that? They can't get here?
Well, because of the holidays and the survey and firm shutting down, and their schedule a vacation of the people who are responsible for providing us the revised preliminary development plan or the final development plan.
So not everything's ready is what you're telling us.
They haven't submitted an appropriate or suitable revised copy of it. We don't have what we need.
Okay.
And so I don't feel comfortable just going on, well, they're gonna get it to us.
Mhm.
No. So I spoke with VJ at VG and said, there's no way, we don't have time to get it, and it needs to get done. And we still haven't received the corrected version of the final development plan or the amended final development plan. This is an amendment to an existing PUD. Just some minor changes really, but there's 5 property owners involved. So it's complicated in that way. 2 of the property owners wish to change a common property boundary between the 2 plats. Or between the 2 lots, so there's a replat that's involved. So hopefully we'll have it by the next meeting for you guys.
I move we table it to the next meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then, comprehensive plan update?
Yes, I have a brief comprehensive plan update. I haven't had one in a long time, so I'm really happy to say that we have got our contract finalized with Stantec Consulting. They're gonna be the ones assisting us with finishing up our comprehensive plan update. We will have that done by the end of this year, probably roughly fall of this year. We have a pretty busy schedule to get that finished, so just want to let y'all know that we're kicking that back off. This month, Bob and I met with our consultant last week to kind of, get those next steps going, and we'll get the comprehensive plan committee together again in early February. So we'll be talking a lot more about that at each of our meetings, and then soon enough, you folks will start seeing some draft language as well. So. Any questions on that? 'Cause again, I know there's a couple new folks. We're updating our comprehensive plan, the one that we have currently, Vision 2025 now, crazy enough, so to get it updated, it was last adopted in 2009, so some updates to do. So we've been working on that process for quite some time. We paused about middle of last year to get a consultant on board. It just took a little bit longer than we anticipated, so we had kind of a longer break than we thought we would through, the second half of 24. So now we're getting back at it, which we're really excited for, and to be hearing a lot more about it.
Sure. The new meeting time is effective next meeting, right?
Yes.
Just want to make that clear. That's when we're starting.
I'm here, so anyway, usually.
You hear 6:30.
All right. Anything else for the good of the order?
Move we adjourn.
Second.
Jeremy, did you second?
Yes.
Had to get in there once.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed? 5-0. Passed. We are adjourned.
Thanks, everyone.
Your mail comes from Randall.
Yes.
See, in my mail in Universe Park comes from Manhattan.
Really?
Mhm.
And we're both sharing the township, so.
I know, but I'm 66503.
Oh, okay.
For